to stabilized. Start number 1. Very nice PTU sound.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And number 1 is stable as well. So let's get rid of the AP pleat. P master switch can come off. We'll go to the flight control page and do the flight control check. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral and rudder full left, full right, neutral. Okay, the trim should be 0.8 units up, which it is now. So taxi light on. I forgot to start this timer here. The engine start. So we'll taxi here, and then we'll turn left onto whiskey. And let's set the flaps to takeoff configuration, which will be 1 plus F today. Now I can see a significant drop in frame rates because I'm seeing 1920 right now, and without the Open Broadcaster software running in the background, and without the stream, I normally would have something around 30 here. Flytampa Vienna. Turn left on Echo. So Echo coming up right here. We're using exit 23 and turn left here onto Echo. You can see Delta. CPU usage is quite nice and low and stable at 55, 75 maximum, and even the GPU usage is only 50%, but somehow magically Open Broadcaster brings down the performance quite dramatically here. Okay, so right turn here. Takeoff config is set. Takeoff no blue, so we're good to go. Engine sound is very nice. So let's flick on the transponder. And since we're cleared for takeoff, let's turn on all the lights. And we'll perform a rolling takeoff. Engine stable at 50%. Takeoff power set. Annual flags 66. SRS and runway. Knots. using my G940 Logitech force feedback joystick, and although force feedback isn't natively supported by P3D version 3, I'm using Dirk Software's fantastic FS Force, and it really provides some serious enhancement for the immersion if you're using a force feedback joystick, because you can set up, you know, profiles of different planes corresponding to their size. So you have ground rumble, you know, during the takeoff roll, and you have bumps from the gear when it comes up and stuff like that. Flips up. Clouds here, so turn on the NTIs and we can turn on the autopilot as well. So let's assume we are cleared for our final flight level, which will be 240 today, and we can turn off the runway, turn off the lights and the nose gear light. A bit bumpy here. Thing, which is adding, you know, just a lot of depth to the whole experience, I think. Beautiful. You can even see the clouds casting the shadows on the plane. So the brightness of the plane sort of, you know, changes depending on clouds being in the way. Okay, that was standard. I mean, the area around Vienna Airport with Vienna City is quite intense performance-wise and heavy on the frames, but without streaming, I'm normally seeing stable frames around upper 20s, lower 30s. Now I'm at 26, 27, so there is a noticeable effect. The stream on P3D's performance here on the machine, which isn't, you know, too beefy and up to date anymore. It's an i5 3570K overclocked to stable 4.2 GHz in the GTX 760, which has 2 GB of VRAM and an all SSD setup. So especially, you know, the video card is at its limits running P3D. But overall the results, you know, is very, very nice. I mean, I have ultra sharp textures which are provided by FTX Global. I also use Open LC for Europe. I also use FTX Vector. And since I have an FSX install on a second SSD, which also has FS Global Mesh 2010 installed, I'll plan to just, you know, simply add the entries of the SX install of FS Global Mesh 10 into P3D, and then it will load the mesh without the need of installing them on the P3D SSD as well. I already did that with P3D 2.5, it worked just like a charm. Because with SSDs, you know, HDD space is always a crucial part. Very nice. I mean, that looks just, you know, the lighting. I really like it. since we are above the clouds, we can get rid of the anti-ice. Hit the top of climb within 17, 18 miles, 21 miles, and the cruise phase won't be too long. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the performance will be at Digital Design Salzburg, because this airport, although it's, you know, really detailed, and the city of Salzburg around it is crazily detailed as well, the performance is very good. I have stable frame rates over 30, always, independent of the weather. When I do not stream, yes. And we'll see how the performance will be while streaming. Oh, and I forgot to disarm the spoilers. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, it's still a bit bumpy here. I'm using Easy Dock. It's quite a bit of turbulence going on there. Sound pack for the Aerosoft A320 series C with CFM engines. And if you buy it for, I think it's $16.99 US, something like that, you get the pack for the 380 and 390 for free. Unfortunately, they don't provide an IAE sound set for the Aerosoft Airbus yet. So I'm flying CFM or liveries with CFM engine option all the time right now. But yeah, not too bad. IAE. And that sounds like we are reaching our top of climb. And here you can already see that we approach our top of descent. So anytime soon we'll set up the plane for descent and the approach into Salzburg Airport. A bit warm here in front. Let's bring down the heat. Let me have a quick look. The jet. Nothing going on there. We have 109.9. The course is 154.
Lima Oscar Whiskey Sierra Airport information India 1150 Zulu weather wind 317 at 7 visibility 4 sky condition few clouds at 600 ceiling 1100 broken ceiling 2000 broken light snow temperature 1 dew point 0 QNH 1010 advice on initial contact you have information India Lima Oscar Whiskey Sierra Airport information India 1150 Zulu weather wind 317 at 7 visibility 4 sky condition few clouds at 600 ceiling 1100 broken ceiling 2000 broken light snow temperature 1 dew point 0 QNH.
So visibility won't be that great, it's down to 1100. You can already see it here being reflected on the weather radar. Weather conditions will be a bit demanding. Wind isn't bad, but clouds down to 1100. Visibility isn't that great as well, and we'll have to expect some light snow. Okay. This here, category D aircraft and category 1 approach with DME, with the use of DME, and a 3% glide path to 130 due to the mountainous area around the airfield. Will be the minimum. Okay, that will be interesting. Transition altitude. We will land anyway, so we'll see how things will work out. Transition altitude 6,000. Alright. So everything is looking good. Some 50 miles to go. 44 miles to go until we hit the top of descent. interesting weather. We'll fly through on our way to Salzburg. And we should see some echoes here around the airfield once we get down. Runway is rather long, so we'll take autobrake low today. Beautiful sight here on the Austrian Alps. I love the approach into Salzburg Airport. And I waited so long, you know. We had a very nice freeware version for Salzburg in X-Plane 10, but there hasn't been anything serious too nice out for FSX and P3D. Now we have, you know, all these airports coming up, like Linz, which I already bought. Very nice scenery. We have the beautiful flytampa scenery for Vienna, and now we have Salzburg Airport, that digital design, which makes this, you know, destination even more interesting. I love flying over the Alps, especially in Austria, one of my countries I love flying over the most, or flying in. I also love flying in Scandinavia. These might be my preferred places in Europe, Scandinavia and Austria. Here you can see impressively good how the cloud shadowing, even though these clouds aren't thick, you know, but anyway, here you can see how these cloud shadows add just, you know, that additional depth I really like. I also use the Optica Gamer Edition on my chair, and I can tell you the CFM engines are rattling my bastard. Really, really nice. I have a quick look here on my MacBook where I watched the stream to be able to reply to possible chat entries. It actually looks quite nice and fluid. I mean, I don't have severe stuttering going on, but frames seem to be affected noticeably by the stream. Because, you know, we are 24, 25 right now, and actually I should have well above 30 in this situation. But anyway, as long as it looks smooth, and I mean P3D reacts quite smoothly anyway, even at a lower frame rate, so yeah, that's not too bad. TOD is 5 miles out. So let's start the descent. Here we go. It's a bit of a shame that you can't use these NDs independently, because I would now, or in the NG, PMDG and NG, I would now switch at least one ND to terrain, because that is critical here at Salzburg. And we'll switch to terrain anyway once we get near the airfield. But since weather seems to be not really critical, but you know, we want to see how the weather evolves when we're near the airfield, and then later on when we are close, we'll switch to terrain mode. Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, very nice. The atmospheric effect. I've set the visibility, or limited the visibility to 70 in ASN, which in my opinion results in the most realistic look. The atmospheric effect is very nice. How the clouds blend into the scenery, especially at distance, it looks really, really nice. The scenery itself, the mountains, the shadowing of the terrain, really, really great stuff. Great stuff. And absolutely super crisp and sharp textures down there. See here the area. Here is quite densely covered with clouds. left turn is coming up around 7 nautical miles. Let's already switch to local pressure. Alright. That's activity approach phase. Let's get the speed down to, let's see, 170. Flaps 1. There is the snow. Temperature is +1 degree Celsius. And flaps 2. Yeah, and now we are pretty much blind. Okay, let's switch to terrain mode. Everything is looking nice so far. We are on the profile. Cloud slope is a bit above us. Speed is good. Wind is coming from the right. 7 knots only, so that won't be much of a concern for us during the final approach and landing. But the weather might be, we'll see. Can have another listen to the ATIS.
Lima Oscar Whiskey Sierra Airport information. Lima 1150 Zulu weather wind 317 at 7 visibility 4 sky condition few clouds at 600 ceiling 1100 broken ceiling 2000 broken light snow temperature 1 dew point 0 QNH 1010 advice on initial contact you have information Lima
So it got a bit worse obviously with Lima because now we have clouds as low as 600. Okay, only broken visibility got a bit worse as well with only 4 miles reported. Yeah. So that's a bit sad because we won't be able to see too much of the beautiful scenery around Salzburg. lights on the approach mode. And you see glide slope and localizer are already captured. Wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice are still on. Temperatures +4. But obviously we have a lot of humidity out there. Snow and dense clouds.
2,500.
Checked. So on the cam we have landing no clue. .600 feet above the ground. No visual contact to the field. It's getting a bit better now. Design just modeled the surrounding area, the airfield, to a really crazy level of detail. It's just outstandingly beautiful. And there you can see the poppy lights in the distance, so it won't be that bad, I guess.
1,000. 100 above.
And into the flat.
Minimum.
Side continue. And on the ND you can
500.
see now the terrain around the airfield.
400. 300.
To the left of the field, that's correct for that. Okay.
200.
It is coming
Slide
from
slow.
behind, just too nice.
Slide slow.
100.
Slide slow.
70. 60.
Slide slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
There we are. Rear thrust. knots. And we're braking. There we are. beautiful scenery, beautifully modeled airport. Really easy one of my favorite places to fly to right now. All props. FX package provides the snow here and all the other effects related to the weather, which adds quite a lot to the sim as well, because the default snow and rain just looks a bit awful. Rudder pedals just slipped away right now. But I think I will be able to taxi into position. I'm using the Cytec Pro Flight Rudder pedals, and for the stick planes like the Airbus, I'm using the G940. Logitech. Come on. Step on the brakes as well when I try to hit the left pedal. There we go. Yes, there we are. Welcome to Salzburg Airport. Nice flight, beautiful scenery. Let's watch the replay. And here you can see a bit of the scenery. I mean, it's really detailed to a very high level. And it adds so much to the immersion, because, yeah, I mean, sure, you concentrate on the flying while being on the final approach and landing. But still, you can see there has been a small amount of crosswind as well. Yeah, although one should look outside the window, or rather onto the instruments while performing a landing. But nonetheless, it really adds so much to the immersion when you have a nicely modeled scenery, and this is just plain 10 out of 10. Absolutely perfect. So here we are. AP was on, so let's turn off the engines. Oh, I forgot to put the ignition to normal after the engine started in Vienna. Sorry for that. Okay, let's open the doors. Nice landing. Visibility had been quite bad, but still, you know, it was perfectly doable and highly enjoyable anyways. It's alright. Here we are, guys. That has been a first small test stream here. Nothing too, you know, serious, nothing too spectacular. I just wanted to see how the sim performs while streaming, and I have to say there is a significant drop in performance while streaming. Normally I don't see frames well below 30, this setup here, but I do while streaming, I must admit. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll have to turn down a bit a few of the settings while do streaming, or maybe I can live with it. I'll have a look at the recorded stream afterwards, and as long as it looks fluid and nice to you, I mean, I could live with that. There are no stutters, and lowest figure I've seen so far has been 19 for touchdown. Yeah, so that's a significant drop, but still, I mean, no stuttering, and it's nice and fluid, and as long as it looks good in the end result for you, I probably can live with that. So, thanks so far for everyone who joined me. Don't know if there were any fellow captains with me on the way to Salzburg. Thanks anyway, and hope to see you soon. Stay safe and always with the greens.